It's both of our favorite movies we've ever done, so we said, let's get his just his.
Wow.
No, actually, this is genuine. I've never told this story.
Dangerous woman?
Yeah,
At what age?
I was like 11 or something like that, 10 or something.
Did you ever have like a welcome to New York moment where you go, well, that happened?
Yeah, everybody does, right? Of
course.
I had mine a long time ago, actually. It was probably, I'm ancient. It was like 20 years ago. I was an intern right here at 30 Rock.
That's right.
Yeah. That's all I wanted to say. Thanks so much,
There he is, John
everybody. And I was going out to have lunch, and I was young and I was ignorant, so I was wearing a Red Sox jersey. And
Both at the get-go, we were like, we're gonna do everything. We love the movie more than life itself. It's both of our favorite movies we've ever done, so we said, let's get his just his.
Wow.
No, actually, this is genuine. I've never told this story.
Dangerous woman?
Yeah,
At what age?
I was like 11 or something like that, 10 or something.
I actually need the taller chair because I have a short torso. That's true. I actually have I'm 6'2", but
Oh my God,
torso.
I'm so bored right now.
It's just a little thing. I've had to deal with this, mate. I'm going.
Wow.
No, actually, this is genuine. I've never told this story. The movie more than life itself. It's both of our favorite movies we've ever done, so we said, let's get his just his.
Wow.
No, actually, this is genuine. I've never told this story
Ripped my pants on stage because I was doing some deadlifts. I wasn't skipping leg days. No.
We were like, we're gonna do everything. We love the movie more than life itself. It's both of our favorite movies we've ever done, so we said, let's get his just his.
Wow.
No, actually, this is genuine. I've never told this story. Does that matter?
I actually need the taller chair because I have a short torso. That's true. I actually have I'm 6'2", but
Oh my God, I'm so bored right now.
It's just a little thing. I've had to deal with this, mate.
I saw this photo. It was pretty suggestive. So I got it right here. I'm gonna get right to it. How do you explain that? Is it genetics?
Let me tell you a crazy Hollywood rumor that is making waves. Evidence is starting to point to a tense atmosphere on the set of the upcoming film If. According to a source close to the set, it is being suggested that Steve Carell exposed a toxic work environment. They are saying that creative clashes and questionable managerial decisions may have stirred up trouble. And evidence is starting to point to a forced inclusion that brought Blake Lively into the mix. Rumor has it that Ryan Reynolds could have been at the heart of these creative disputes. I have it on good authority that tensions were running high and decisions were made under pressure. There is buzz online about this whole situation, and it's only getting louder. They're saying that Steve Carell may have stepped forward to address a toxic vibe on set. But no one seems to know exactly what was said or how it all started. The word on the street is that he implied things weren't as smooth as everyone expected. That maybe there was some tension bubbling beneath the surface that people didn't notice at first. Some sources are suggesting that Carell and Reynolds might not have meshed as well as fans would assume. It's surprising because both of these guys have long-standing reputations for being easygoing and professional. Two of Hollywood's most likable and unproblematic actors. That's why so many people are shocked by this rumor. It doesn't fit the images these two have built over the years. Meanwhile, social media is lighting up with speculation, turning a vague rumor into a full-blown controversy. They're saying that online comments and posts are fueling this fire, with people throwing out wild theories without any solid proof. Everyone seems to have an opinion, but no one has come forward with a direct quote. And so far, no verifiable source has confirmed anything. Evidence is starting to point to nothing more than internet chatter, but that hasn't stopped the story from spreading. The online buzz is only adding fuel to the fire, keeping people talking about something that might not even be real. It is being suggested that this toxic atmosphere may have been simmering behind the scenes for a while, but there's no real proof of it ever boiling over. And that has everyone wondering, is there actually something going on behind the scenes? Or is this just another overblown Hollywood rumor? Now, Steve Carell is known for his kind heart. His professionalism is his hallmark. He has built a reputation over the years as one of Hollywood's most respected and easygoing actors. Co-stars always describe him as supportive, humble, and an all-around great person to work with. That's why it's so hard to imagine him suddenly calling out a co-star in a way that would create controversy. Ryan Reynolds, on the other hand, is celebrated for his humor, his self-deprecating charm, and his ability to bring levity to any set. He has worked with some of the biggest names in the industry without a single major feud or scandal to his name. Directors and actors alike have praised him for being collaborative, flexible, and professional in his approach to filmmaking. So, to hear rumors suggesting he may have created a toxic environment feels completely out of character. It's hard to picture a scenario where these two, known for their easygoing personalities, would suddenly be at odds. Evidence is starting to point to a contradiction that makes this rumor feel overblown, like something that doesn't quite add up. If Carell really had issues with Reynolds, would he handle it in such a public and indirect way? Or is it more likely that people took a small moment and twisted it into something bigger? Some sources are suggesting that the tension may be nothing more than a misinterpreted moment, a misunderstanding blown out of proportion. Whispers are saying that behind the scenes, things might not have been as dramatic as the rumors suggest. A few experts familiar with the situation have implied that the public images of these stars simply don't match the harsh allegations being thrown around. Carell and Reynolds both have long-established reputations for professionalism. So would one film really change that? This leaves us wondering, was there actually tension between them? Or is this just another example of Hollywood rumors running wild? Without clear evidence, it's hard to say. But based on what we know about these two, it doesn't seem likely. It's beginning to seem like some versions of this rumor are pointing to a high-pressure environment on set. They are saying that Ryan Reynolds was strict about schedules, that everything had to be done a certain way, no room for mistakes or delays. Some whispers suggest that deadlines were tight and expectations were even tighter, creating a work environment that may have felt overwhelming for some. There are even claims that Reynolds was heavily involved in every aspect of production, making sure everything stayed on track, which some took as micromanaging rather than leadership. Other sources are hinting that crew members may have felt belittled, suggesting that the atmosphere wasn't as lighthearted as people expected. They are saying that behind the scenes, the vibe may not have matched the fun, comedic energy that the film itself portrays. Some believe that the pressure to meet high standards may have trickled down to the rest of the crew, leading to discomfort among some members of the team. But again, without specific names or statements, it's hard to tell if this is truth or just internet speculation. Another angle floating around is that Carell and Reynolds may have butted heads over creative direction. They are saying there could have been disagreements about the film's comedic tone, a clash of styles that led to underlying friction. Carell has built a career on subtle, dry humor. His comedy is all about restraint and timing. Reynolds, on the other hand, leans into sharp, fast-paced but with an energy that keeps things constantly moving. Maybe their styles didn't mix well. Maybe one wanted a different approach than the other. And that could have led to behind-the-scenes frustration. Some even believe that these creative differences could have led to bigger disagreements, ones that left an impact on the atmosphere of the set. If Reynolds had a vision and Carell saw things differently, could that have created tension? Was there a moment where they just didn't see eye to eye, and now it's being blown out of proportion? Or is this just another case of vague rumors twisting reality into something much bigger than it actually was? Without solid proof, this is all just speculation, but it hasn't stopped people from running with it. Keep in mind, no solid proof backs up these claims. No direct interviews, no statements from credible sources. Nothing concrete has come forward. They are saying that everything fueling this rumor is pure speculation, whispers with no real weight. Social media has a way of taking the smallest story and turning it into a wildfire. A simple comment, a vague post, even just an assumption can spiral out of control. Evidence is starting to point to another case of internet gossip running wild, twisting narratives with no real foundation. And here's the thing. John Krasinski is the director of If. This is a guy known for running a relaxed, creative, and welcoming set. He has a reputation for keeping things smooth behind the scenes, So the idea of a toxic work environment just doesn't fit. People familiar with his past projects have implied that a hostile set under his direction seems unlikely. So is there truth to this rumor? Or is it just another Hollywood myth? Some people are wondering if this rumor was planted to stir up controversy. They're saying it might be a way to get more eyes on if, after all, buzz sells tickets. But here's the thing. Hollywood doesn't usually push negative press for family-friendly movies. Studios want wholesome excitement, not drama overshadowing the project. Evidence is starting to point to another possibility. People just love to create conflict. They're saying that some might be pushing the story just to spark drama between two beloved actors. And let's be real, Steve Carell and Ryan Reynolds are fan favorites. If you pit them against each other, you get instant engagement, instant clicks, instant attention. But without proof, it's just another internet theory. So what's really going on here? Ryan Reynolds has a solid history in the industry. He's worked alongside big comedic names like Samuel L. Jackson in The Hitman's Bodyguard, not to mention his hilarious chemistry with Will Ferrell and that ongoing playful feud with Hugh Jackman. And here's the thing, there's never been a whisper of tension or toxicity with these co-stars. In fact, many have gone out of their way to praise Reynolds for being collaborative and supportive on set. They're saying that he's the kind of guy who brings the humor but keeps things professional. So, why would this be any different now? Without any other reports to back it up, it's hard to believe this rumor holds any weight. It almost feels like people are reaching for drama where there probably isn't any. Steve Carell is one of the last people you'd expect to stir up controversy. This is a guy who has been in Hollywood for decades without a single public scandal to his name. No messy feuds, no behind-the-scenes drama, just pure professionalism. They are saying that if he actually had concerns about the set of If, he wouldn't handle it through vague whispers or indirect gossip. Karl has always been known for addressing things the right way, with professionalism and integrity. If something serious was going on, he would likely take it up with the right people, not let it leak as an unverified rumor. And let's not forget, this completely contradicts everything people know about him. He has a reputation for being humble, supportive, and easy to work with. A source familiar with his work ethic has implied that Karell calling out a toxic environment in such a messy way just doesn't add up. So where did this rumor really come from? There's no denying that public perception of comedic actors has changed in recent years. Fans have become more critical, especially after seeing some big names exposed for bad behavior off-screen. Because of that, it seems like every successful actor now faces extra scrutiny. Ryan Reynolds has built a reputation as one of Hollywood's most likable stars, but that also makes him a target. When someone reaches a certain level of success, people start looking for flaws, even when there's no real evidence. It's almost as if audiences are waiting for the moment when their favorite stars get caught up in controversy. That's how rumors like this gain traction so easily. They don't need proof, they just need enough people willing to believe them. But is there actually anything to this story? Or is it just another case of Hollywood gossip running wild? At this point, all signs are pointing to this rumor being nothing more than speculation. There's no real evidence, just internet chatter and vague suggestions with nothing to back them up. If there were actual problems behind the scenes, more credible sources would have picked up on it by now. Think about it. Hollywood is no stranger to leaks. If something serious happened, major outlets would be all over it, and multiple insiders would have come forward. Instead, everything surrounding this story feels more like whispers getting louder through repetition, rather than actual facts. The real test will be when the film is released and press tours begin. If there's real tension between Steve Carell and Ryan Reynolds, it will be impossible to hide. But chances are, this will turn out to be just another exaggerated Hollywood rumor, one that fades away the moment the cameras start rolling. At the end of the day, there's just no real evidence to support this rumor. No credible sources, no direct statements, nothing but internet speculation that has taken on a life of its own. It looks like yet another case of Hollywood gossip snowballing without anything concrete to back it up. until there's an official statement or actual verifiable information. The safest move is to stay skeptical. Too many of these stories turn out to be nothing more than exaggerated drama designed to stir up engagement. And with If gearing up for release, it won't be long before we see Carell and Reynolds together in interviews, either proving or disproving all the chatter. So what do you think? Is there any truth to these rumors? Or is this just another overblown internet narrative? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on the biggest Hollywood stories.